Vanakkam Chennai. Buckle up for yet another episode of Chennai Poll Canvas. Are you ready for what we are going to bring to you today? All the sizzle, all the drama kings and the drama queens. Today, I am Ramya Kannan and with me in the studio is Geeta.
Hi Ramya.
Yeah, Geeta, so we are looking today at a particular constituency that's right in the heart of Chennai, which is Saidapet. And Saidapet has been a VVIP constituency for the DMK, considering that Kalaignar, the patriarch of the DMK, has contested from there twice, right? So, what are the other aspects that we need to know this time for the poll layout itself?
So, as you rightly mentioned, it used to be called the Mudhalamaichar Togudi in 1967 and 1971. Until 1980s, it was a DMK stronghold. And later in 1984, AIADMK's Saidai Thiruswamy, who was the former mayor, was elected from Saidapet.
In fact, it's interesting because both Saidai Thiruswamy and Ma Subramaniam, who have won from that constituency, have gone on to be mayors of Chennai.
Right. So, and in 2001, AIADMK's Radha Ravi was elected.
That was a bypoll.
Yes, correct. In 2006 and 2011, AIADMK retained the constituency. But in 2015 floods, Saidapet was one of the most affected areas in Chennai. This led to, ADMK losing in the next 2016 election when DMK's Ma Subramaniam won the constituency.
It's interesting now at this stage to point out that in 2015, the floods caused havoc in all of Chennai, but the Adayar River, which runs right through the heart of Saidapet, was badly affected because its waterways were clogged with encroachments. And once the water was open at Chembrambakam Reservoir, it came in a flood and a lot of people lost their lives. Others living in the posh Kotturpuram area lost their property. So I think it was a very disastrous flood and it had an impact on the party election as well that time.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
What are the other issues that we see in Saidapet?
Traffic and congestion is a major issue. So many areas which are part of Saidapet constituencies are busy as some of the busiest areas in the city, like Little Mount, Guindy, Nandanam, etc. So right now there's a flyover work going on in Anna Salai, the slow pace of which has caused congestion and traffic.
But on the other hand, I think when that flyover does come through, it will improve our lives like quite a bit because I have to take that route also coming to office. So I think, of course, the progress and development comes at a price and we are paying it now. But let's look at Saidapet, the constituency itself. Let's go over to the people and see what they have to tell us.
Saidapet, one of Chennai's oldest and most politically significant constituencies, continues to remain a key urban battleground in the Tamil Nadu Assembly Elections. Located in the heart of Chennai, the constituency blends a strong political legacy with rapid urban growth, spanning areas like Guindy, Kotturpuram, Nandanam, and Ekattutangal. Home to major landmarks such as IIT Madras, Anna University, and the Guindy National Park, Saidapet reflects a mix of education, industry, and dense residential life. Despite its development and prominence, Saidapet continues to face persistent civic challenges. Residents highlight issues such as traffic congestion, parking chaos, and encroachments on pavements that severely impact daily mobility.
Traffic வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த மேம்பாலத்தினால தான் டிராஃபிக். இது முடிஞ்சதுன்னா ஓரளவுக்கு டிராஃபிக் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். இப்போது எலெக்ஷன் வந்து டேட் அறிவிச்சாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த அறிவிச்சதுனால சீக்கிரமாக வேலையை முடித்து திறக்கணுன்றது முதலமைச்சருடைய கனவாக இருக்கலாம், அவருடைய எண்ணங்களாக இருக்கலாம், எப்படி வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம், சரிங்களா. ஆனால் முடிக்கணும் முயற்சி எடுக்கிறாங்க, இப்போ தான் எடுக்கிறாங்க. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி எடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா வேலை எப்பயும் முடிஞ்சிருக்கும், டிராஃபிக் கொஞ்சம் கிளியராக இருந்திருக்கும்.
சைதாப்பேட்டை தான் சென்னையின் நுழைவாயிலாக இருந்திருக்கிறது. ஒரே ஒரு வருத்தம் என்னவென்றால், அடையாறு ஆறை எந்த ஆட்சி ஆழ்ந்தாலும் தண்ணீர் சுத்தமாக ஓடிக்கொண்டிருந்ததை நான் சிறு வயதில் விளையாடி இருக்கிறேன். இப்பொழுது கால் வைக்க கூட பயமாக இருக்கிறது. மூக்கு கூட கொரோனா மாதிரி போட்டு போக வேண்டியிருக்கிறது. அடையாறு சுத்தப்படுத்த வேண்டும். பக்கிங்ஹாம் கால்வாய் அந்த பக்கமாக வர அந்த சிறு ஓடையும் சுத்தமாக இருக்க வேண்டும்.
அப்போ அரிசி விலை இப்போ எண்ணெய் விலைலாம் கம்மியாக 10 ரூபாய் 20 ரூபாயிலே சோறு ஆக்கணும். இப்போ 100 ரூபாய் 200 ரூபாய் சக்கரை சோறு ஆக்கணும். இப்போ 70 ரூபாய் ஒரு கிலோ அரிசி, அப்போல்லாம் 5 ரூபாய் 6 ரூபாய் ஒரு கிலோ அரிசி.
While the constituency benefits from green spaces like Guindy National Park and major public venues, the pressure of urbanization continues to test its infrastructure. As Saidapet heads into the 2026 elections, it presents a familiar urban paradox: strong legacy and development on one side, and everyday civic challenges on the other.
Yeah, so that gives us a clear idea of what the residents feel in the area, and it's not very vastly different from what we have been talking about too. So we basically got the pulse of the people. And what about areas like Kotturpuram that stand out slightly away from the general, character of the constituency? It's an upper middle class area, posh sort of area.
So in places like Kotturpuram, there's the issue of parking, and a lot of residents also have reported problems with street dogs. In fact, in October 2025, a woman was bitten by a street dog and she had to be hospitalized for a few days.
Yeah, that's becoming a big issue across the country, the street dogs, bites and rabies deaths as well. So it is a serious concern to everyone. Geeta, you know that our reporter Aishwarya was on the field. She did the tour with the DMK candidate Ma Subramaniam as well. So let's head over. Aishwarya, do you want to tell us what you saw on the field while covering this election?
I'm standing at the Salavayalar Thurai, or the Dobikana of the Saidapet Assembly Constituency. The rocky road below me and the colourful background behind me are as dramatic as the constituency itself. What plagues this constituency the most are encroachments. Relocating the Thidir Nagar settlement, which is close to the river bank, is important to kickstart the Adayar River Restoration project that cost 1,500 crores, said Minister Ma Subramaniam. But what is stopping is that identifying a land to relocate this settlement. The state has given a nod for this, but the identification process is still underway. Meanwhile, residential areas such as Srinagar and CIT Nagar West are plagued with dog menace and on-street parking. People on the Anna Salai still feel congested due to the slow construction of the Tenampet-Saidapet 3.2 kilometer elevated corridor project. Many say that this construction is going at snail's pace. Minister Masu said that this will be completed by June.
Thank you, Aishwarya. I think the ongoing issue of Thidir Nagar will grow further. It remains to be seen what the political parties will do once elected.
True, that's always going to be an issue. So it's time for our expert segment, and today we have none other than the sitting MLA and the DMK candidate for Saidapet constituency, Ma Subramaniam, and we've had a few quotes from him. Let's listen.
சைதாப்பேட்டிலிருந்து தேனாம்பேட்டைக்கு ஒரு 3.2 கிலோமீட்டர் தூரத்துக்கு 671 கோடி ரூபாய் மதிப்பில் ஒரு இரும்பு மேம்பாலம் ஒன்று கட்டும் பணி நடைபெற்று கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இது வர ஜூன் எண்டில் பயன்பாட்டுக்கு வரப்போகுது. போன மாதம் தான் சிஎம் வந்து நேரடியாக ஆய்வு பண்ணாங்க. இதில் ஒரு சிறப்பு என்னென்னா, வேர்ல்டுலேயே தரைக்கு அடியில் மெட்ரோ போகுது, ஒரு 18 மீட்டர் கீழே மெட்ரோ போகுது. மெட்ரோ போகிற ரோட்டில் மேலே பிரிட்ஜு வர்றது இதுதான் ஃபஸ்ட் டைம். அதை வந்து சைதாப்பேட்டை, அந்த பெருமையும் சைதாப்பேட்டைக்கு இருக்குது. இப்போ இது இல்லாமல் இப்போ இந்த நம்ம சர்தார் பட்டேல் சாலையிலேருந்து ராஜீவ்காந்தி சாலை திரும்புகிற இடத்துல ஒரு எல் வடிவ மேம்பாலம் இப்போ 60 crores கட்டி இப்போ திறந்துருக்குறோம். அது முழுக்க சைதாப்பேட்டை தொகுதிக்குள்ளே. அதே மாதிரி இங்கே ஹால்டாவிலேருந்து குருநானக் வரைக்கும் ஒரு மேம்பாலம் 3 kilometers 290 crores இப்போ அது அடிக்கல் நாட்டியாச்சு. கலைஞர் நூற்றாண்டு உயர் சிறப்பு மருத்துவமனை அறிவித்து ஒரு 500 கோடி ரூபாய் செலவிலான அந்த மருத்துவமனை இன்றைக்கி தமிழ்நாட்டிலேயே பெஸ்ட்டு ஒரு சூப்பர் ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டி ஹாஸ்பிட்டலாக இருக்குது. அதில் வந்து இருக்கிற இந்த ஹையர் எண்ட் எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ் தமிழ்நாட்டில் மட்டும் இல்லை, இந்தியாவில் எந்த அரசு மருத்துவமனையிலையும் இல்லை.
So true to his profession, I think, as health minister, he's spoken about some schemes, that the health schemes particularly that the current government has introduced and has helped the people of his constituency and others as well.
One interesting point that came up from Saidapet constituency was in some areas, some settlements, their opentification continues to persist. This is an issue that we often associate with, rural parts of the state. But I thought it was surprising that in the heart of city, this is also an issue.
Yeah, clearly there are many issues for the elected representatives to handle once they come to power. And from that serious note, it's time to welcome Chennai Chinnathambi, our AI generated avatar, who'll bring you the gossip and little bits of news from across the constituencies in Tamil Nadu.
Hello. Chennai Chinnathambi, your unofficial ambassador of Election P, is back again. Big buzz in the city today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was here. But not for campaigning. He was deep in strategy mode though, huddling with senior BJP leaders in a star hotel. From here, he headed for poll-bound Kerala. Now, shifting our spotlight. All roads lead to Puducherry today. The campaign crew has officially rolled in with some serious star power. And speaking of stars, actor and TVK chief Vijay has created absolute scenes. His supporters? Full frenzy mode. Jumping onto his car, kissing the bonnet like it's a blockbuster opening day. Meanwhile, the big guns are lining up. Amit Shah, MK Stalin, Mallikarjun Kharge and Nitin Nabin, all set to hit the campaign trail starting today. Now, here's a curious little subplot from Tirthani. TVK candidate Satya Kumar was spotted doing a solo campaign walk. No entourage, no local functionaries, just him. Naturally, eyebrows were raised. But he later clarified there aren't any issues with local functionaries and that it was just a morning walk. And before we wrap, Anbumani Ramadas sat down with the Hindu journalists, pitching his party's call for a caste survey. That's one conversation you might want to catch. Alright, that's your Chinnathambi tidbit for today. Before signing off, a quick weather update. The maximum temperature for April 5th is 36 to 37 degrees Celsius in the city. But there's some good news. Light rains are expected in some areas. See you!
And that was a fun component as always. Thank you, Chinnathambi. Do remember that April 23rd is voting day in Tamil Nadu. Make sure you get out there and cast your vote, perform your democratic duty. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with more constituencies and much more information on Chennai and its election process.